are some candidates running for office right now that are absolutely horrendous, allegedly. I want to talk to you about Sean Parnell running in a Republican primary. This is one of the most hotly contested Senate races that's coming up for this next cycle in Pennsylvania.
Sean Parnell is going to be fantastic.
Sean Parnell. Sean Parnell. Sean Parnell.
Another Trump endorsement, another candidate accused of domestic violence by their spouse. As the GOP desperately tries to hang on to its Senate seat in Pennsylvania, troubling accusations from a frontrunner's estranged wife are ravaging the race. Sadly, but unsurprisingly, former President Trump is standing behind his endorsement. The wife of Sean Parnell, Lori Parnell, testified under oath that her husband physically abused her, on one occasion choking her until she had to bite him to escape. On another occasion, hitting their young children. In yet another instance, Lori Parnell claims he forced her out of their vehicle while on a road trip and yelled at her, telling her to, quote, go get an abortion. Of course, this violent rhetoric and violent actions are never excusable, but they're even more enraging when the man in question espouses his pro-life agenda clearly on his website. According to the site, he will, quote, always vote to protect the unborn. Sean Parnell has emerged as a likely frontrunner in the Pennsylvania Senate race, one that, as we know, could determine the balance of power in the Senate. The state's incumbent Republican Senator Pat Toomey is not seeking another term. The sworn testimony was heard in public after Sean Parnell tried to keep it behind closed doors, and the accusations are already damaging his chances, with one former Republican representative calling him a, quote, disaster of a candidate. But as we know, calls for alleged abusers to drop out of their races, even from members of their own party in this day and age, sometimes aren't good enough. Lori Parnell currently has a temporary protective order against her estranged husband, which doesn't mean it will be extended as permanent. These are more commonly approved than permanent protective orders, so we will have to see how the judge comes down in this particular case. As for the Trump of it all, he has now endorsed two Senate candidates accused of domestic abuse, Parnell and former NFL star Herschel Walker, who, as I mentioned in a previous video, Trump essentially begged to run in Georgia.
My name is Herschel Walker, and I'm running for the United States Senate.
As a Republican who is close friends with former President Donald Trump.
I've known Donald Trump for 37 years, and I don't mean just casual ran into him from time to time. I'm talking about a deep personal friendship.
But new allegations are surfacing about Walker's troubled past. Detailed in this police report from Irving, Texas in 2002, a woman telling police she was very frightened of Walker, that he had previously been calling her, making threats to her, and having her house watched. And when she saw him at a resort that day, he jumped into his vehicle and followed her all the way to her house.
These elections are a year away, and already in two battleground states, the Republican candidate is facing serious, gross allegations of abuse. And unsurprisingly, the former president of our country is standing by both. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at Caro Johnson 917.